How's it going, everybody? This is Old Man Crunchy. We got a match up for you today. We're playing 9-ball over here at West Side in Colorado Springs. I am sorry about the quality of the video. I accidentally moved the little switch and recorded it in slow-mo, so I had to do some editing, and recording anything in slow-mo doesn't, it screws with the quality. So anyway, I won the lag. I don't know which balls I made, but looks like I got a shot on the 1. Okay, so it looks like the 3 is well, no, I think the 3 is down, so looks like I need to hit this 2, come 2 rails for shape onto the 4, but I do need to draw the 4 back or something to get back onto the 5, which is on the short rail on the left side. And the cue ball is right there by the rail, so being able to control the ball is already a difficult task. And there I get lucky by not scratching. So the cue ball and the 5-ball are both in awkward spots, so I could either choose to what looks like bank it, the 5, or try and play it safe. Looks like I go for the bank. It works out. It looks like Randy has, he's able to see the 5. I don't know if he's able to make it. We'll see how he shoots it. He overcuts it and then gets a lucky shot with the 9-ball. So it's his break. Looks like he's got a shot on the 1. A little bit difficult to control at a slow speed, so we might want to come 2 rails back over for the 2. Hit it a little light. See what he does. Makes a good hit on it, and it gets stuck with the 5. So there's not really a whole lot of options here. It looks like the best thing I could do is probably play it safe, and I'm checking to see if the 2 bounces off the I think it's the 5 into the side, but I think it'll hit a little too square and just miss it. Good placement. He's going to have a hard time seeing the 2. If you stick around until the last rack, the quality's better. And I'll try to provide the stats. I didn't do it now. I just wanted to do the commentary for it. So it looks like Randy misses it. And I think his next ball would be the 5. I don't see the 4 anywhere. It looks like the 6 and the 8 are over by the... Oh, okay, maybe the... Okay, I'm shooting for the 3 then. Not really the easiest shot, being that close to the rail. Weird spot on the 4. I think it's the 4 that's on the closest to that side pocket. It's just being able to get to the 5 is the weird part. So maybe a... Okay, I think I lucked out there. I think the goal was just to leave the 4 up table, but since I made the 7, position wasn't really too bad, so not too bad here. You can come 2 rails side to side for the 6, and then the 6 will give me easy shape on the 9. Hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day and other holidays. Sorry I wasn't really able to post too much on the last couple weeks. I did put out a practice video because I got a fun little match coming up here in a couple weeks. So we'll see whenever I post that one. I think I made something. 3, 6, 7, 8. Maybe the 2. So I don't have good shape on the 1. The next thing I got to do is basically kick it. I just kind of want to leave the cue ball up table and put the 1 in a bad position. I don't know what happened here. Okay, well, it was a good hit, and it's Randy's turn. It looks like he could cut this. I feel like maybe the 2 is... Oh, he ends up missing it. Looks like I'll be able to see it. I don't know if the 2 is on the short rail or if the next ball that I need to go for is the 3. I see the 3 on the side rail closest to us. The long rail. It looks like the 3 would be my next ball. So I guess the 6 is on the short rail. I don't know if there's a good view on this ball. It looks like the 4 might be in the way. It might be off the rail enough for me to hit the rail first, which I did. That wasn't too bad of a shot. Good shape onto the 4. Now I need to get the 5 just right, and I think I got on the wrong side of the 5, so I need to kind of whack at this ball a little bit and hit that the top long rail. See how I did. Not too bad. It came around the 8 without disturbing too much. So the 6 is in an awkward position because it's kind of parallel with the 9, and the next ball that I need to get onto is the 7, so I need to either put some spin on this 6, I guess inside spin to hit the bottom long rail and come around the 8, or I can kind of put a little bit of draw on the 6 to come up table. I might bump the 8, unless if it's possible for me to bump the 8 hitting the top long rail, so that way I could have shape for the 7. Okay, I end up bumping the 9, but I still have shape on the 7, so I need to just hit this basically center with a little bit of right to hit the rail and come around. If there's any table curve to that, you might hit it a little too square and then it'll follow in. One of my teammates gave me some anti-itch cream so that way I could it would help me from scratching. Alright, so I got the 9 ball in. Means it's my break. Looks like I made at least 1 ball, and I'm scratching on the break. That's a dead ball right there. So now it's going to be Randy's shot. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you're still watching. For anybody still watching, I appreciate you. And if you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you as well. Good shot. Came over for the 4. Now, he probably wants to do the breakout or come on to the bottom of the 5, but he kind of bumps it in the wrong manner. He could just hit off the 5, hit the cue ball off the rail into the 8, but he's going to have a hard time with this. Okay. He goes for the breakout, but he exposes the 5. With slight draw, I could get relatively good position on the 6, and getting onto the 7 shouldn't be too hard. But this is kind of a weird, like, do I make it into the side or the corner? So it looks like the side. I think I probably wanted to come over a little bit more. Dealing with the side and reaction to the table, the speed of the table. Like I hit it with draw, just a little bit of draw, but it didn't really move too much. So I whiffed it and basically sold out. Now the cue is on the rail, so he needs to hit this pretty square or just right to hit off of the short rail, which he does pretty good at. A little bit funky of an angle on the 7, but shouldn't be too hard for him to come over for the 8. Gave himself a long shot, but he handled it pretty well. I got my coffee here. Rainey's break. He makes a ball. Looks like he's barely got a view on the 1. Too bad you can't push in this game. If he could see the 1, I don't think he's able to make anything. I think he just probably wants to play a safe. Good hit. Oh, man, and he ends up scratching. That 1 ball wanted to go in. Still a little weird. Hi, Randy. I need to either draw it at an angle for shape onto the 2 or put top on it to hit the bottom rail and head closer to the side rail. And I hit it just wrong. I did not want to bump the 2. So I don't think the 2 goes to the left corner. And I'm thinking about playing a defense or a safety, whatever. I basically need to hit the 2 and have it go back up table and leave the cue ball on the bottom table, bottom side of the table. Joe's taking time out right now, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Basically what Joe's telling me is to cut the 2 into the corner by the 7 in the top corner. And I mean, I could see it. I know that that's possible, but you know, you have to hit this ball pretty hard, and you don't know where that ball's going. So I don't really agree with this shot. I would rather play safe, because if I miss it, he might have a shot on the 2. I'd be lucky if the cue ball cooperates. Not really the smartest shot, but I'm taking it. And I lucked out there with it bumping off of the 7. But see, here lies the issue. The 4 is closest to the side pocket on the top. That's why this wasn't a very good shot at all. Kind of an awkward angle, especially with all that distance. I would have better shape onto the 5 had I, if for some reason I can make that ball and put it on the, I guess the right side of the table, with the 2 ball on the left side of the table. But this is Joe's thought process, so, oh, it looks like there's the 3 there. Yeah, I think it would have just, I thought I was shooting for the 4, but I guess the 3 was right there. And see, that's the side of the 4 that I wanted to get to. I was trying to avoid the 6, but might be able to work around it. There's some space for the 5, so I need to kind of figure out how to get onto the bottom side of the 5. I overcut that 4. Would have had a shot on the 5, but Randy might get this one. And he just misses it. He hits the goofy side of the nipple, ends up coming right back out. So now I have to deal with a some type of kick. He snookered me behind the 5. Perhaps I could go for the 2 rail, but I don't have a whole lot of control over the cue, so maybe it's a little bit easier to just kick from that side. My intent was to put the 4 up table by the 7, makes it a relatively big pocket, but I just ended up missing by maybe a ball or something. Not really an easy shot. The 5 definitely goes past the 7, but he needs to put some top on it and come basically 3 rails. Alternatively, he can just draw it and make both the 5 and the 7 in the same shot, so I think that was probably the better route. Good shape on the 6, easy shot on the 9. See, Randy ain't shooting too bad, and that's, I think, what makes this game a lot more fun compared to some others. I don't know if he made a ball. I don't think he made a ball. I looked at it and I saw it, but I was like, oh, wait, I didn't know. So, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, I was like, oh, I thought you made one. Sorry. So I got to kick out the 1. I'm looking at the angle. You can kind of see it from here where I need to, relatively where I need to hit. So let's see how I do. Very close, very close. I think I missed it by like half of a ball, but it went perfectly around the 1, so it was really close. If I made it, I think I would have had good shape for the 2, which is right here on this corner. So Randy's basically going to get a couple free points. This is a pretty good layout here, and the 4 is over by his elbow. He did hit this a little goofy, but let's see how he plays it. I know he's going to bump off the 5 somehow, which he did. He nudged the 9 out of the way, but kind of tightens up the window for the 6 into the corner. He should probably hit the rail first into the 4 to come 3 rails for the 5. Oh, he drew it back and it was a good draw, but it just it bumped off of that 7 and he hit it too well. I don't really trust in drawing the ball that far. I mean, I do it if I have to, but I think he would have had better shape onto the 6 if he came this way, like where I was shooting from for the 5. The 6 goes either into the side or the corner. I think it goes into the corner, but I need to hit it. Yeah, that was not a good shot. I think my problem was I hit it a little too hard because it stunned a little too easily onto the 7. And I would have had a bad shot on the 7 anyway, so... Oop, he just moves it. Just put it wherever you want, bud. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so with a shot like that, that's where I'm kind of learning the speed of the table. how the cue ball rolls. Not really the easiest shot on the 7, but oh, he lucked out there. I don't think I would have hit it as hard. It did hit the rail pretty hard, so I think that's why the angle tightened up, so it got real close to the corner pocket. And he smacked the 8 pretty hard, and I don't think he was planning on figuring out where, like, which pocket the 9 ball would have went in. He did give me a goofy angle here, and I do run the risk of scratching, so this is a very you need a lot of attention on this type of shot. And I overcut it. It hit the short rail, which is what I wanted it to do, but it just didn't go in. Randy pretty much owns that table, that rack. I think it breaks dry. Getting to this 2 is a little goofy. But I do see a pathway, and I kind of learned this shot from Mr. Earl Strickland. Just put some bottom right on it and come around just like that. Good shape onto the 2. I'm sure there's a couple other ways of being able to handle that, but I just didn't want to. I could have maybe hit the short rail and just one rail, and then maybe bump the 8. I think that would have screwed some things up for me. So I came up a little far for the 3. I just kind of want to slow roll this and have it come 2 rails basically, but the angle that I'm hitting this at, my chances of actually getting onto the 4 well enough was not good. Overcut the 3. He's jacked up over the 8 ball, so he's got to hit it just right to have good shape onto the 4. And he hits it just fine. Now here's one of them wild draws you have to do to get onto the 5. 5's right over by him, so he was able to draw it, but he's got a tough cut on the 5. If he does make the 5, I think he'll have a good shot on the 6, but I don't know if the 6 directly goes. I don't know if the 9 ball's in the way. Weird shot on the 5. It looks like there's a slight angle to the corner. Alternatively, I could make it in the side. I don't think the 6 ball goes. But the 9 might. And that was not the pocket I was intending. I was intending on the other side, but I lucked out there. The idea was there. Looks like I made a ball. And it looks like I have shape on the 1. Oh. Oh, I guess I didn't make a ball. 3, 6. Yep. Broke dry. Sorry, folks. Came a little too far for the 2. I think I would have preferred to shoot the 2 into the same corner he shot the 1 in. But I think it's the 3 over by the 8 on the right side of the long rail. Top long rail. And it looks like he could see the 3, but I don't know how far away it is from the 8. He doesn't want to hit the 8 first. And it looks like that was a good shot. but he does not have shape onto the 4. So the best thing he can do, I mean, this is kind of a hard shot. You run the risk of scratching, but if he could hit that 4 square and just stop the 1 ball, the 4 would go up table, and I would probably have a hard time seeing it, but we'll see how he plays it. Not bad. Oh, man. He just kind of lucked out there. That was a solid shot. Kick bank into the 6. He's hitting a little hard. Maybe he's trying to study the table too, like the speed of it and everything, because he is whacking things, and like the ball is moving, and you know he's utilizing the rails, but once there's spin on the ball and it touches the rail at, you know, certain angles, like it does tend to fly on you. Got a little goofy with the 7. So this is like a two-way shot. I'm intending on banking the 7, but keeping the cue ball on the bottom side of the table. The next ball I should be shooting, obviously, is the 8, but if the 7 stays kind of towards that corner pocket, then he won't be able to see it. Fortunately, the 7 is in a bad spot, like it landed in a bad spot, so I'm not really too disappointed in this. But then he returns the favor by banking the 7 into the side pocket. That was a solid bank, bud. He makes the 8 with perfect shape on the 10. Nicely played, nicely played. So, anybody in the Springs over here, Randy manages Legends Brews and Q's, I think it's called. So, and obviously he plays out of there, so he's wearing his team jersey. They got some diamond tables over there and 2 9-foot Predator tables or something. They got some pretty nice tables over there. Hit the 1 a little hard. I wanted to be a little straighter onto the 2 so that way I can draw it for the 3 in the same corner, and I just hit it a little. Oop. I bumped the 8 with my thumb. Yeah, if I came a little straighter, I could have drawn it onto the for shape onto the 3. Maybe I would have had shape on the 4 too, but it didn't. The cue didn't hit the rail good. I was trying to field goal in between the 8 and the 7, you know. So Randy really slow rolls that 3, and he's kind of disappointed in where the 4 is at. I think the best thing he can do is just play safe. Tuck me behind the 9. Simple half ball hit will leave me in a bad spot. You just have to hit it kind of light. The other option is to 2-rail bank it. It'll go into the top corner. Good spot to leave me, but this is where I'm electing to play safe. Almost scratched. So I think you could still see the 4, but I don't think the 4 will go into the 6. Not without something goofy happening. So what I would do is kick 2 rails. But oh, he almost makes that 9 in. Good choice, good choice. He saw what I did with the 9 earlier, and so he wanted to return the favor too. He already did it with the 7. I think the 4 goes. Either that or the 6. Should be relatively easy shape onto the 5. Hit it a little hard, so I don't really like this. I don't like the shape for the 5, but it is doable. And I need to come 2 rails for the 6 over by the 9. Into the corner by the 9. Not really the easiest angle. I just need to hit it light with as much right as possible, but without getting tucked behind the 8. And it's getting closer. And I think I can see it. So a little bit of draw on this 7 to get past basically the side pocket. Even though I bumped it, it did have a little bit of room off the rail for the 8. So this is my path to get to the 9. By this point, I think it's a pretty close game from what I remember. He might be ahead, or maybe that was my time to get ahead, and then boom, 9-ball snap right there. There's a patch for the day. All right, I just got to do that a couple more times, I think. It looks like I made a ball in. Yeah, I made 1 ball in. I don't know which one. Maybe the 6. I made the 6 ball. It looks like I can cut this one down table, but this is another 2-way shot. I didn't mean to tuck them behind the 7. I was actually intending to get on the bottom side, or the right side, I guess, of the 3 and the 5. But this works. I don't know if he could see past the 3 to hit the short rail on the right side. I think the best thing he could do is come 3 rails, or he could kick it this way. Oh, he moved the balls with his hand. We'll just leave it. I do that sometimes, so I ain't blaming him. Yeah, I definitely wanted to draw that ball back a lot more. But I can come 2 rails to get onto the right side of the 3 to maybe play it into that same corner or into the side. In case if this happens, there is that combo, so I'm electing to play the combo. And I just missed it, but the 4 goes in, so I lucked out there. I don't know what would have happened to the 4 if the 8 did go. Got to bank it across side. Just missed it. He could either cut the 3 into the side, or he can draw it for the 5. I don't know which way he hit it. Okay, maybe he did hit it into the side. That was a smart move. But again, he did hit it a little hard, though he can still see the 5 into the side. And he just hits that nipple. So I'm checking to see how far off the rail it is, and I want to play safe. This is one of those half ball hits. I'm calling, or wait, no, I don't need to call anything, but I do want to play it safe. And I think that was a good hit. The intent was to make sure that he couldn't see it. I think he could still see the 5, but I don't think the 5 at his angle goes into the side. So he might want to cut it all the way down, but if I were him, I would just play safe. Good hit on the ball, kicking it. Tough cut. I need to make either a field goal between the 7 and the 8, or bump the 8, or something. Looks like it goes in. Oh, and I almost scratched. Just take a breather. Take a breather. Cue ball's probably frozen to the rail, so this is not an easy shot. Yeah, I think it was a little too straight, too. I think I tucked him behind the 8. That was just luck. He's got a kick at it. Let's see how he plays it. Oh man, that was a swish. He got a little close to the 8 though. He could combo the 8 into the 10. Ends up overcutting it. Oh, and then it hits the nipple just right and then finds its way into the corner. That was a solid shot on that 7. Easy shot on the 10. Don't mess it up. I don't think I made anything. Nope. It's his shot, and not really the easiest touch onto the 1. I don't even think he can make the 1. So he might want to play a safe. If he can hit the 1, he should just try to hit it light enough to get around the 7 and maybe bump off the 5 with the cue ball. I don't think he hit it well enough. I might still be able to see the 1. If I remember correctly, this might be the last rack. So by this point, we should only need a couple more points. So this really is a race. I was able to make the 1. The 3 is tied up with the 5 and does not go. So I probably want to try and cut the 2 in and get to over by where the 9 is to try and shoot the 3 up table. And I think I overcut it. I still ended up hitting the 6, which I didn't want to do. He's not really left with an easy shot, but that is not the side of the 3 that I wanted to be on anyway. Probably wants to shoot it into the... Looks like he's going for the top corner. It's very close. He opens up the 3 and the 5. And I'm kind of snookered behind the 7. And I don't like how this table's rolling. Kicking at it from the bottom long rail is probably not practical. So I think I'm electing to do a masse here. You're not really allowed to masse, but I just call it curving around the ball. Totally missed the 2. He totally had me stuck there. The 2 to the 3 is a relatively easy shot. he needs to be able to get onto basically the right side of the like the shot line for the 3 to... Oh wait, no, the 4 is over there. He's got to get pretty straight on this 3 so that way you can draw it back for the 4. Looks like he hits it pretty good, actually. This is a little bit testy of a shot because you can get a little closer to it with... it looks like he did spin it the right way, but he hit the 3 at a little too much of an angle. So this is going to be a tough cut on the 4. And getting shape for the 5 is not really easy either. Bah. And then he snookers himself behind the 7. Take that, bud. He's doing pretty good with his kicks and his banks, so let's see how he plays it. He might actually hit it. Looks like he's going one rail from the short rail, and he makes contact. Nice hit. Then he snookers me behind the 6. This is a little thin for a 1 rail. However, it's doable, but I think I'm electing to do a 2 rail here. Because I don't think it matters which side I hit it on. I think it would be best if I hit it on the from our perspective, the top side of the 5. And I ended up hitting the 7 first. That was pretty close. So it's ball in hand. Pretty much sold out here, but we'll see. He just needs to roll it up a little bit, or he could shoot the 6 into the side. Oh, he ends up missing the 5. Excuse me. I think I only need a couple more balls left here, so I think I have to play aggressive. Cut the 5 into the side. Or, sorry, the corner. It goes in, and I got shape for the 6. The 8's a little close, but if I throw it, then the 6 should go in. And that was a good hit. Oh, and it rattles, but it goes in. So it looks like I won the game. Still undefeated, people. I don't know how many games that is, but I haven't lost a 9-ball match yet, so... Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got one of my teammates' matches coming up here next time. And then I got a special match coming up here soon. I don't know when, but I'll let you guys know. So, peace.